Hello guys, what is going on? This is Negacious, and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. In the last episode, we recovered from our little experiment, let's say, and actually skipped school for that day because we were tired from the very same experiment. Emi came to visit us, kind of like talking about this and that, worried about exams, and saying that we shouldn't be seeing each other that much because Emi kinda just wants to focus on her exams and she can't focus if I'm around. So then we went to the library, talked with Yuko for a bit, and Yuko said that we should maybe just ask Emi about what she truly wants to do with mine and her relationship in the future, and what's the what are her plans for the future, like after high school, for an example. So we just finished our exams, and let's keep going, I guess. I leave the room after finishing my final exam and breathe a sigh of relief. As I'd hoped, the exams weren't so bad. I managed to breeze through just about everything but the English final. And even that was acceptable. I wonder how Emi did. Even more so, how she's doing. She looked terrible at lunch today. I mean, she was pretty happy to be out of her wheelchair, but she was so exhausted. Something's been wearing her down, and I'm starting to really doubt that it was just the exams. Should I confront her about this, though? My musing is interrupted by a tap on the shoulder. Hi, Hisao. Got a minute? Wait, we actually get a choice here? Oh god. So basically the stakes here are we listen to what Muto has to say, probably something about the science club, or about the exams, or we leave Muto behind and go focus on Emi. Now I want to talk to Muto, but I feel that we need to go talk with Emi. Oh fuck. We're going to skip Muto here because I feel we really need to talk to Emi about what's worrying her. So, no, I have other things to worry about. Actually, I've got something I need to do. Yeah? Oh well. I have to get some feedback on the science club from you, but we can do that later, I guess. Enjoy your break, you hear? Thanks, I will. I'd really love to chat with Muto, but I've got other things on my mind. Specifically, what to do about Emi. Can I really just confront her? The question keeps spinning in my head even after I made my way back to my room. What if she gets angry about it? Besides, what if it's nothing? If I go in and refuse to leave until she tells me what's wrong or something, won't that come off as clingy? I don't want to start a fight or anything over something like this. Maybe I should just drop the matter and see how she's tomorrow before I do anything. Would it be so bad just to let it go? It's not like we don't enjoy each other's company. But odd as it sounds, I really want to help her. I don't even know what with or if there's anything at all she needs help for. But I want to. Suddenly a knock at my door rouses me. I open it to see Kenji. Oh, it's you. It's me? That's it? If you had any idea what I'd been through, what I'd done, you'd be happier to see me, dude. I mean, that was so epic, you may never see me again, shit. And here, you're just acting like I went down to the store for some milk. You're a cold man, Hisao. I really respect that. Thanks, I guess. It's smart to play it safe, you know. Don't show any emotion. Keep your cards close to your chest. Unless it's time to show your cards, or you have bad cards. Then you should fold or collect your winnings. Do you understand? Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I take it the mission went well. Whoa, awfully nosy of you, isn't it? You can't just go saying things like that. Things are at a delicate stage. One wrong move and bam, the invasion succeeds. I thought you were going to blow the whole conspiracy thing wide open. It's bigger than I thought. I need to update my charts. And probably change some of the puppets around. You wanna help? I've got some whiskey from somewhere. You can fill me in on everything your investigation has turned up. Better not. I'm supposed to meet her today. Gotta go do that. Can't raise suspicion. Kenji nods in approval. I love how Hisao kind of like just adapts to to Kenji already. Still keeping it close to your chest, Okay, man, I respect that. Good luck. Thanks. I'm just going to pretend, for the sake of my own sanity, that he's wishing me luck in talking with Emmy. And if I squint, the whole card analogy he was talking about works here. Time to lay it all on the table. Or see if I can't get Emmy to do so, rather. With a sense of something approaching purpose, I head for Emmy's room. I hop up the stairs leading to her room and knock on her door. Who's there? Huh? That's odd. Her voice sounds a little choked. Oh, this song again. Hey, it's me. Thought I'd stop by. Hisao? Come on in. I reach down to open the door, only to find that it's locked. More and more curious. Your door's locked. Oh yeah, sorry. Give me a minute. What's this gonna be? I'm scared. In a few minutes, Emmy opens the door, grinning. That grin has to be false. I mean, her voice was choked, which means that she was legit being choked, or that she's crying. And I'm betting it's the latter one. Sorry, had to put my legs on. I was napping. Despite her grin, there's definitely something off. Emmy's eyes are slightly red, and it looks like she's been crying. Yeah, called it. Hey, no problem. Are you okay? This song that's playing in the background is called Moment of Decision. It's so goddamn friggin' good. Huh? Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that you look like you've been crying. Oh yeah, Hisao, you're off to a great start on this one. What? Nah, I'm fine. I'm just happy to see you. She punctuates this with a long kiss that continues as the door slams shut behind us. I don't know what she wants to do now, and I'm also painfully aware of how badly I want to do it too, but this picture doesn't bring the same rejoice as it did last time, even though it's the same picture. I break the kiss with a rage of self-control that nearly kills me. Hey, wait. Emmy's eyes crinkle in confusion. Huh? Wait for what? We need to talk. Isn't that supposed to be my line? And never a good thing to say? She's got a point. It's usually the lead into a breakup. Or the prelude to a fight. Maybe it can be a good thing this time. That's the hope anyway. Can we at least get under the bed? It's my first day back on these things and I'm still readjusting. Plus, the nurse said I should try to be on them less often, since running puts such a strain on them. Can't argue with that. It's a trap, we both know it and we both don't care. Then again, it's awfully hard to get angry while in bed with the object of your affections, so maybe there's that motivation too. I set Emi's legs by the bedside and sit down next to her, throwing an arm around her shoulders. In silence, we just enjoy being able to be in this position again for a few minutes. Then, of course, I need to ruin it by opening my mouth. Look, I know that you've been having a kind of a rough time of it lately. And I want to help you out. I thought it was just exams getting to you, but now I come to your room and you've been crying, and that kills me. But I can't do anything if you won't talk to me about it. I told you, I'm fine. No, you aren't. It's obvious something's eating at you. You can tell me, you know. There's the slightest increase in tension in Emi's voice. Why is my saying I'm fine not good enough? You're concerned, I get that. That's cool. But I'm fine, and it's nothing you need to worry about. Not sleeping or spacing out more than Rin doesn't strike me as being fine. I want to help. Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't like seeing you like this. I want you to be happy, you know? I get the feeling that came out wrong, because Emi fixes me with an icy stare. So you want to fix me, Hisao? She's definitely getting angry now. Wanna swoop it on your white charger and save the day? Stop the nightmares, the phantom limb pains? Restore what's lost? Her voice catches in her throat and tears start to flow. Well, you can't. Nobody can. Nobody will. I'm so stunned by her sudden verbal assault that I remain quiet. Neither of us says anything for a while. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Emi tightens her grip on me rather than pushing me away. After a deep breath, she starts talking again. Look, I'm sorry. There's these nightmares about the accident. Ah, the accident. I should have known. It took her legs after all, but it never comes up, of course. And I usually deal with them fine because I can run. Running clears my head like nothing else. And I don't have to worry about anything while I'm running. I just concentrate on breathing, on the rhythm of things. It's easier that way. Life's easier that way. Just keep moving forwards, you know. Nothing else matters, like getting around the next curve. And then it's the next curve, and the next, until I can't go anymore, or think anymore, or to do anything but slow down and walk until I catch my breath again. After something like that, nothing else matters. But I've been stuck in that goddamn wheelchair for too long, so no outlet. Today it just kind of boiled over a little. You could have talked to me about it, you know. You didn't have to go through it. You didn't have to go it alone. Emi smiles sadly, like she's trying to explain to a child that all fire burns. Yeah, I did. And I do. But why? Why do you have to keep going through this alone? Why can't you just trust me enough to let me help you? That smile again. Emi leans in and kisses me on my cheek, an almost motherly gesture. She leaves her mouth close to my ear as she confesses this one thing to me. Because, Hisao, I've already had everything I knew ripped away from me once. I don't know what I'd do if it happened again. She pauses, as if uncertain as to whether or not she should continue. I feel a violent churning in my gut. She continues. So I can't rely on you, or the nurse, or anyone else. Just me. That's how it's got to be. Having delivered this short speech, she looks down and covers her mouth with the back of her hand. This conversation is clearly over, I search for something to say, but I can't think of anything. Maybe I should go, for now. I've got stuff. Amy doesn't even look up. She sounds tired, or relieved. I can't tell which. Okay, Hisao. Go take care of that stuff. I'll see you tomorrow. I get off the bed and head for the door, pausing at the doorway. Hey, Amy. Yeah? 1,000 things I want to say. I'm too mixed up to say any of them, though. After her admitting that she'll never let me close, I feel like my world's just been ripped out of me. What happened in that accident? I know she lost her legs, but that's never seemed to bother her. What happened there? I have a sneaking suspicion of just what did she lose in that car accident, but what scares a girl so badly that she won't accept help, even from someone she loves? I don't know. But I want to know. I want to know so badly that being denied that answer feels like a knife in my guts. Hisa? You were saying? I'm still standing in the doorway. Nothing. Never mind. And I'm closing the door. And walking down the hallway. Down the stairs. Out the door. Into the dark. Somehow I wander back to my own room. My brains are doing a mile a minute, going nowhere fast. I can't figure out how to deal with this. I thought that moving forward was a good thing. Dwelling less on a past that I can't change, living in the present and looking at the future. After this thing with Emmy, I'm not sure anymore. She was saying the truth. It's simpler to look at the next curve, ignoring the path gone by. No worry about the opponent left behind. No care for the spectators on the sidelines. And unfortunately, no time to watch out for lagging teammates either. I throw myself down on the bed, looking at one corner of my ceiling as if the answers I want were written there. No such luck, of course. She's literally running away from something. But have I not been doing the same thing, trying my best to forget about my hospitalization? I'm getting better, but my health isn't going to magically fix itself. Amy has 2 legs instead of a heart to deal with, but those things aren't going to magically fix themselves either. Maybe this is just as fixed for the both of us. Maybe this is just as fixed as the both of us can get. The room becomes darker and darker, until I can't really tell I'm looking at the corner anymore. The morning comes too soon, on the heels of a sleepless night. Is this how Emmy's been spending her nights? Staring at the wall, or ceiling, trying to stop thinking about whatever it is. Her, in my case. That clenched feeling in my gut is still there. I can't rely on you. Words spoken so casually. Almost like she were teasing me, or chastising me for suggesting that the earth is flat. That's how it got to be. That's how it got to be. The way it's got to be sucks. I'm feeling so miserable that I very nearly decide to skip the run. That would be stupid, though. It's not something I should do just to see her. Sure, that was the original reason, but it's something more now. I've started to enjoy the running itself. There are worse ways to get the blood flowing anyway. Never thought I'd say it after the first week or so, but I feel a lot better after a run. Like no matter what else I do today, I've at least done that one thing. It wakes me up too, and Amy herself said that running always clears her mind. Maybe it'll help clear mine. I hope so. The morning is cool and clear, if a bit humid. Summer's making itself known, it seems. Emmy's already stretching out when I arrive, and greets me with a smile and a wave. Hey, Hisao! The sight of her is so chipper, it's like a kick in the nuts. How can she be so happy after yesterday? I give a half wave and am surprised to receive a hug. Hey, about last night. Here it comes. I want to say thanks. I actually managed to get some sleep for the first time in a while, and I think it's because of our talk. So thanks. How could she sleep better after our chat? She basically told me that she wouldn't get any closer to me. And that let her sleep well? Excuse me, but what the hell? Emmy doesn't either notice my bafflement or chooses not to notice. No telling with her anymore. Oh, no problem. I'm glad it helped. The venom that threatens to drip into my voice is controlled for now, but I think I'd better start running now before I do anything stupid. Emmy seems equally willing to get started, and before long we're darting around the track. I can tell she feels more relaxed. Her running has gone back to the more graceful movements I remember from when I first watched her. It's a stark contrast to the almost brutal way she's been hurling herself around the track these past few days. Our talk really does seem to have helped her. A pity it couldn't help me. I get into the rhythm of the running, thinking back to when I couldn't afford thinking about anything else, but keeping my breathing steady and legs moving. Guess those days are gone. At least for the first couple of laps. Annoyed at the lack of success I'm having with clearing my head, I increase the pace. Ah, there's the burning sensation in my legs. The breaths coming ragged in my chest, the pounding of my heart, which I still need to be careful about. But it does seem to have gotten stronger. I can feel it pumping blood through my veins. The sound thrums in my ears, but instead of being panicked, as I was that day in the snow, I'm instead filled with elation. Yes, it's working! My heart, the fatal flaw that landed me here, has improved. I'm able to keep going now, and maybe one day I'll be able to stop worrying as much. Right now, it doesn't matter that I have no idea what to do about Emmy and me. All that matters is that my arms and legs continue to pump in concert with one another. Nothing else. As I hit the final stretch, I remind myself that running really does help, though not as much as I'd hoped. I do feel better, and as I walk a few laps to cool down, I begin to remember last night in a slightly less emotional manner. Emmy wants me to stay distant from her. I can't bring myself to do so. There's gotta be a way around this, or some kind of middle ground I can reach. Not sure what that middle ground is, though. Damn, I was almost feeling optimistic. Nice run, Hisao! You've really improved! Nice run. That's all I can hope for now, isn't it? Congratulations, Hisao. You're pathetic. I gotta change my attitude. Well, you know, I am pretty awesome. And yet, I just keep saying things I don't mean. Any second now, I'll be as good at hiding my problems as Emmy is. I like to think so. Why does she do this to me? Say something like that with such real affection in her voice that it makes my heart leap. She doesn't mean it. She can't. I'm actually doing a worse job than I thought, because Emmy peers closely at me. Hey, you feeling okay? Maybe we should get to the nurse, huh? Yeah, I'd hate to keel over on you. Emmy looks a little shocked at my bitter tone. Don't say things like that. You've already done it once before, you know. Why does she act so affectionate? She doesn't really care. I thought she made that clear. But despite all of that, I find myself apologizing, even though I shouldn't have to. Even though she's probably just putting on an act. Sorry. Come on, let's see the nurse. I can't get myself to calm down the whole time. Every time it feels like I've gotten over what happened last night, Amy does something or says something that shows affection, and I'm back to the beginning. The image of her ending that conversation haunts me. It was like the final twist of the knife that left me feeling bereft of any hope that Amy and I could be more than what we are. And what are we at this point? Little more than friends who happen to fuck. And really, it's not like I don't enjoy the time I spent with her. Said so the other day myself. I very nearly didn't even bring anything up with her. Was just gonna hop on in there and let it ride, wasn't I? With this running through my head, I find myself in front of the nurse's office, still brooding as he checks out Emmy. Emmy comes bounding out the door, gives me a kiss and darts off the shower, I assume. Meanwhile, the nurse beckons me into his office to give me the ritual once-over. Any problems today? Nah, I haven't pushed it a little harder today than I have in the past, and I seem to be able to handle it. That's uncharacteristically risky coming from you, Hisao. You've been hanging out with Emmy too much. She's rubbed off on you, and not necessarily in a good way. At the mention of Emmy's name, I can't help but frown unhappily in spite of my efforts at control. Well now, this is new, don't you think? Last I checked, your usual response to Emmy's name was a grin, not a frown. What exactly happened between you two? Because Emmy doesn't seem to be in on it, whatever it is. She looked more relaxed than I've seen her in weeks, which is unusual for this time of the year. What do you mean by that? By what? For this time of year. I keep trying to find out what's been bothering her, but she clamps up as soon as I broach the subject. Then last night she said, let me guess, she won't tell you because she says she can't trust you? And now you're crushed, because you thought that the two of you were so much more than she seems to think, right? More or less. How the heck did you know? Hisao, I'm the nurse. It's my job to know these things. Plus, I've known Emmy long enough that I know she'd try to do something like this. It's just like her. He says this in a sort of half affectionate, half frustrated tone that would seem to be more appropriate if he had a cigarette dangling from his lips. As it is, he seems willing to make do with a pen. I open my mouth to respond, but a knocking sound at the door interrupts me. Hey, you guys still in there? Just a moment, Emmy. Give us a second to get our pants back on. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Oh my god. The door bursts open and Emmy glares knives at the nurse. Asshole! I didn't mean to get your hopes up. Hey, can we leave me out of this? Anyway, what's up, Emmy? Forget something? I try to take a more cheerful tone with her. No need to upset her. Two can play the everything's fine game. Actually, I forgot to ask you something. Oh, what's that? Do you wanna come with me on a trip to my house? Your house? My mom's making dinner and I thought you might want to join us. Well, of course I accept, says the nurse. Amy punches the nurse in the arm playfully. Not you, idiot! You were over last week! I was talking to Hisao. Oh, how interesting! Meeting the parent. I'd love to go, Emmy. Thanks. The nurse raises an eyebrow but says nothing. Great! I'll be in my room. Swing by after you shower and change into something clean, and we'll grab the bus. Sounds good. I'll see you in a bit. This time it's me who leans in for a quick kiss before darting into my room. What an interesting development. Maybe we're getting closer after all. Maybe Emmy is finally ready to open up a little. Or maybe she's just being polite, and a free meal seems like a good way to apologize for last night. Great, now I can't decide whether to be excited, nervous, or depressed. I settle for the combination of all three and hop in the shower. Oh, this is a new picture. And this also makes up for a good spot to end the episode. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Katawa Shoujo. Now this is getting really interesting with Emmy, because I feel like that we've only scratched the surface of like her story and her background, the accident, Meiko's role in all this, Emmy's mother, that is. Like, this is getting seriously interesting. But hey, I can't wait to find out what's the deal here. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode of Katawa Shoujo. If you want to show your appreciation, you can either click the like button or even comment down below to like tell me any constructive feedback. Make sure to subscribe and to click the bell next to the subscribe button to get my notifications into your sub box or sub tab, I guess. So my name is Negatious, and I'll see you in my next video.